Okay, quick demo of AI Copilot for Jira. This is an AI-powered app that gives user possibility to run AI operations with the click of a button. And if you hover over button, you can even see transparently the prompt that is used. I have here one work item which is representing a requirement not that well written. As you see, it's not according to any guideline. And let's improve this into a user story. So click of a button and AI start to do the work. And now we have defined, configured a prompt so that it uses standard user story format. And now we can see that how this actually shall be written. And also, if you want, you can generate a summary, meaning title. Again, we can give guidelines for AI how to do that. This is like with the standard summary. And once we are happy with the content, we can then decide whether we reuse the description and summary, or summary only or description only. And also it's possible to define another text field for the target field. I'm gonna reuse the description here. Once I hit save, then system will update the description for that. And why not to use improve story from the Rovo, or what we do differently, so to say, that in Rovo you need to always give the prompt. Here we actually can configure the prompt on project level so that team and the project can decide what particular prompts they want to use. And they can configure the target field. They can give a general AI instruction for the whole project and use some of the pre-made button templates even. So if we are in Scaled Agile framework, for example, then we can get predefined Scaled Agile framework buttons, which helps users to understand how to write features, how to write epic stories, and so on. And if you are in regulated industry, let's say FDA, then you probably need to use templates like SRS or URS or FDA compliance check for the review. So you can get them here. And anyway, you can further configure these settings as you wish. And as we see that we have these template settings that we saw on the demo, and we can add a new button doing something, for example, a joke, create joke for the rec. And once this is saved and we go back to the item itself, then we can look at the same work item here. Now we have a new button, and if I run this, then the newly defined prompt will be executed, and hopefully we get a nice joke out of the requirement here. So that very quickly the basic features. And as we go back to the user story definition, then let's go and run acceptance criteria definition. And now we can even further iterate. This iteration is always here, so it's like a Copilot feature. Add one more criteria and ask it to regenerate. So it takes the existing earlier defined description and format that according to the instruction. Now we have 4 yes or no type of acceptance criteria for this user story. And if we are happy with that, we don't override it, but we append. So now this description gets extension like normally. Quite often acceptance criteria is handled like this. And finally, you can configure also system level configs. And of course, this is behind Jira global admin rights. So global admin can define what model we use, or do we use company OpenAI or Azure OpenAI key. By default, the app gives you free access to OpenAI models hosted by Celeris, so no data is used for training. This is a paid plan, but it's free or included in the app price. And here admin can also configure like default prompts for all projects where the projects can then deviate on their own decision. But if we are, for example, in, let's say, banking, finance industry and not doing agile, then probably we can put our defaults so that we only have functional requirements and not even test cases here, but let's go with these ones and then save that as a global setting. You can even download these as a JSON and then store them, restore them in another environment using this feature. All right, but thanks a lot. This was all about new feature set that we just released for AI Copilot for Jira. And take a spin, you can find it on Marketplace.